What's going on, guys? Auzio here. Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got another tier list, and it is the midfielders up next. Just to let you guys know, I have done an icon tier list as well. So if you guys missed that, a link to that video will be in the description. This is the first midfielders tier list that's going to have team of the year cards included. And as you guys can see, we have done the exact same thing we did with the attackers tier list and also the icon tier list as well. And we've added in a new tier called the S+ tier. A lot of people are liking this new S+ tier. A lot of people in the comment section are saying it's a great addition to the tier list series, and we're going to be doing the exact same thing for the defenders tier list as well. But let's get straight into it. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And up first is a team of the year Bellingham. We all know where he is going to go. Simply incredible. I've been using the team of the group stage card quite often in Foot Champs, and listen, he's been unreal. Would I say the team of the group stage card is S+? In my opinion, he is an S+, but the team of the group stage, I would say, is an S tier card. But a team of the year, yeah, the team of the year has to be all the way up there. We got Bruno Fernandes flashback card. Very good card as well. Incredible passing ability. I would have liked the card to be a little bit faster. I feel like sometimes when you're breaking on the counter attack, he can be a little bit slow, but he is very good. I'm going to put Bruno Fernandes in the S tier. Renato Sanchez winter wildcard. I believe this card still goes for a bit on the market, around like 300,000 coins. He's a very good box-to-box midfielder. Incredible on defense. I'm going to put Renato in the S tier. Camavinga ice card. I was expecting so much more of this card when I first initially used him. I just feel like he was good, but he wasn't really anything amazing. So I'll put Camavinga in the A+ tier. The Pool, another one of those cards. You base it off stats, you're thinking S tier. This card looks incredible. Use him in game and you realize he ain't as good as like a winter wildcard Renato Sanchez. I'm going to put the Pool in the A+ tier. Joe Linton Thunderstruck card. At the time he came out, solid card. Now, if you're comparing it to like the Pool, I think the Pool is better. Joe Linton is going to go into the A tier. Barella's team of the group stage card. Very good all-rounded. Great on the ball. Great passing ability. Not as good as Renato Sanchez on defense, and not as good as someone like Bruno Fernandes going forward. I like Barella, but I don't love him. I'm going to stick him in the A+ tier. Sissoko fire card. Decent on defense, but the dribbling ability is not here. I would rather have someone like Joe Linton in the midfield. I'm going to put Sissoko as our first B+ tier card. Gundo, the pace. The pace is just not good enough. Inform Gundo all the way down into the B+ tier as well. Portella's team of the year. I think there's no question about it. We all know where she's going to go. We all know how good she is. 100% an S+ tier card. Grimaldo, crazy good long shot ability. Nice on the ball as well. Passing in the midfield can be every now and again a little bit dodgy. I feel like there's some passes that definitely could be better. I'm going to put Grimaldo in the A+ tier. Cruz, road to the final card. So expensive. 3.4 million coins for this card. Listen, I understand. Potential, right? He has potential to be absolutely unreal. But that price for this card, yeah. Right now, I don't think he's worth that price, but I understand why he goes for that much. I think right now, this card is like an S tier card. He has, again, the potential to be in the S+ tier, but at this current moment, I'm going to say S tier. Enzo Fernandez, winter wildcard. Decent box-to-box midfielder, but I'd rather have like the Pool. I'd rather have Barella. I'd rather have Grimaldo in the midfield. I'm going to put Enzo in the A tier. Gravenberch, same thing with Gravenberch. Like, he is a nice card, but if you're comparing him to someone like the Pool is better. I don't think Gravenberch deserves to go on the same level as him. I'm going to put Gravenberch also in the A tier. Gavi, I like Gavi because of how quick he moves on the ball, and he's just like that really, really good playmaker that you can have in the midfield, and you know the passes are going to be perfect with him. He does a little bit on defense as well. I'm going to put Gavi in the A+. Kimmich, road to the final card. Another one of those cards that has a lot of potential. He missed out on the first upgrade because Bayern obviously didn't do exactly great, but the card still can get multiple upgrades. At this moment, for me, S tier. Team of the year, Rodri. No question about it. S+. I still cannot believe I ended up packing that card on a main account from an 84+ ×5. Literally one of the best CDMs in this game. S+. Eriksen, I would like this card to be good. I would have loved the Eriksen, you know, to be an A+ tier card, but he can't be an A+ tier card. He can't even be an A tier card. This Eriksen card is worse than Enzo, worse than Joe Linton, and worse than Gravenberch in the midfield. B+ for Eriksen. Bernardo Silva, don't like playing up against this card because on defense, he does certain things on defense that you don't expect him to do. Certain tackles that are just simply incredible. And the way he goes forward, that dribbling ability, yeah, it's up there. As an attacking centre mid, I'm going to say an S tier card. Caicedo, radioactive card. Okay, not really anything too amazing. Good on defense. Okay going forward. I'd rather have the centre mids and CDMs in the A+ tier. I'm going to put Caicedo in the A tier. Thiago, good on the ball. Not bad pace either, but not an amazing card. I'm going to put Thiago in the B+. Zambo and Guisa, solid CDM. Very, very solid CDM. Going forward with his dribbling ability, he's alright, but he hasn't really got that like shooting ability. I'm going to put Zambo in the A+ tier. Loftus-Cheek, another alright card to be honest. Like Loftus-Cheek, very good all-rounded. He was a very good objective card. Is he as good as like the pool? Or is he as good as someone like Zambo and Guisa in a CDM position? Nah. I'm going to put Loftus-Cheek in the A tier. Musiala as an attacking centre mid, he's up there for sure. Is he S+ tier good? Listen, Musiala's amazing. I've used this card, I think, like for 3 weeks now or 2 weeks in Foot Champs. So good. But S+, I feel like that's pushing it a little bit. I'm going to put Musiala in the S tier. Cacaret, not amazing. Just straight up, right? He's just like, okay, no shooting ability. Dribbling ability is all right. Does a little bit on defense. Doesn't really push players off the ball too much. I'm going to put Cacaret in the B+ tier. Modric honorable mention card. Now, this is the card that was extremely overpriced as an SBC. So many people looked away from this card as soon as they saw that price. He is very, very good. I think there's no question about it. I'm not going to go as far as saying he's an S+ tier card, though. I don't think he's up there with those cards, but I'm going to say definitely an S tier card. Pablo's future star card, even though we saw this guy at least 100 times during Team 1, he ain't that bad as a box-to-box midfielder. I was using this card yesterday in the Elite Division and also in the Cup as well, and he was putting in some very good tackles, good passing ability, didn't feel bad on the ball, getting out the players very quickly. I'm going to say Pablo is an A+ tier card, and keep in mind, you can even make him better with that new Evo that came out. Odegaard Centurion card, great as an attacking centre mid, 5-star skill moves. I'm going to say a solid A+ for him. Xhaka, honourable mention card. The agility and the balance is what lets this card down. Honestly, if he had high agility and balance and he actually felt good in game, I would say a comfortable A+ tier card. But that agility, that balance, the way he goes for those 180 turns in game, especially knowing how good this press is in this game, yeah, Xhaka for me is not that guy. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Palacios, way too slow. Just way, way too slow. B+ for Palacios. Alaba, solid as a CDM. You can use him as a box-to-box as well if you want to. Trevellas, again, obviously ended up getting nerfed, but we all know Trevellas every now and again do still fly in, and he's very, very good at doing them. I'm going to put Alaba in the A+ tier. Lema, when this card came out, he was very solid as a CDM. Now, with Zambo and Guisa, with players like Alaba, with players like Barella as well being in the A+ tier, Lema cannot go there. I'm going to put him in the A tier. Road to the final, Pedri, solid card, great playmaker in the midfield, great on the ball, not a slow player either. I'm looking at that A+ tier, and if you know how to use Pedri, I'm going to say he is an S tier card. If you know how to use him, he will really stand out for you. De Jong Thunderstruck. I know a lot of people have pushed this card to a side now. I know a lot of people think this card is, you know, not that guy anymore. But listen, I still use this card. I still find him very, very solid. I'm going to put De Jong in the S tier. Trippier, ice card. Sprint speed is a little bit low. Great playmaker, though. The passes this guy does is crazy. Some of the overtop through balls I see this guy do is next level good. Is he on like Barella's level though? I think he's just a level below, to be honest. I'm going to put Trippier in the A tier. Benacer, radioactive card. Nice card at the time he came out. Very solid CDM. But now, looking at the CDMs we have in the A+ tier, yeah, I think Benacer for me is an A tier card now. Trent, so underrated. A card that goes for under 100,000 coins, but a card that is so good in that midfield. 4-star, 4-star, crazy overtop through balls. He has actually got a really good like tackling reach as well. The tackling reach on Trent is very underrated. I'm going to put Trent in the S tier. Declan Rice, not amazing. I'd rather have someone like Xhaka, Joe Linton in the midfield. Declan Rice goes into the B+ tier for me. N'Golo Kante, another one of those cards that is underrated. One of those cards that was definitely an expensive SBC though. I'm going to put Kante in the S tier. Petri, very good as well. Very, very good. A card that got an upgrade recently. No joke. She is absolutely insane. I'm going to put Petri in the S tier. KDB Team of the Year. No question, right? I think we all know where he is going to go. A player that is just simply unbelievable in this game. S+ for KDB. Torum defensively is solid. Is he S tier? I don't think he's S tier. I think this card is an A+ tier. Goretzka, Winter Wildcard. Very good card as well. Very good all-rounded. S tier, again, I feel like that's pushing it a little bit. I'm going to put Goretzka, Winter Wildcard in the A+ tier. Stones. I was never like a big fan of this Stones card. I always thought he was nice defensively, but the way he feels on a ball, for me personally, my experience with him, not great. He is so slow on the ball. I'm going to put Stones in the A tier. Gallagher, yeah, just all round, not really that guy. Just all round, not great. I'm going to put Gallagher in the B+. Allison, I'm not going to say underrated. I feel like a lot of people know how good this card is, but I also feel like a lot of people was expecting this card to be better. A lot of people was expecting him to be like Milinkovic-Savic from last year, but I don't think anyone is even going to come close to that Milinkovic-Savic card from last year. That card was just way too overpowered. This Allison card, I'm going to say A+. Sangara, very good CDM. A+ for him as well. I'm not going to push it and push him into the S tier. I feel like we have got better CDMs in the S tier, but he is very nice. So yeah, A+. Diouf, underrated in my opinion. Very, very underrated. Usually a lot of people will see inform cards and they kind of push him to a side, but this is one of those inform cards I definitely do suggest using, and you'll see how good he is. I'm going to put Diouf in the A+. Bonmati, I don't think I need to say anything. You guys know exactly how good she is. She's just crazy. She's like the best way of describing her is like a Lionel Messi in the midfield. That's how good she feels on the ball. Sakiri, even though he has got 99 shooting, just all round, he isn't like an amazing card. He isn't like awful though. It's a tough one. It definitely is between like the A tier and the B+ tier, but I am leaning more towards the B+ tier, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm just looking at like players like Joe Linton, for example, and Xhaka, to be honest. Xhaka is better than that Sakiri card. Rabiot, decent. Just straight up decent. I'm going to put him A tier. Rudiger's ice card, defensively, the guy is incredible. The pace to get out the players, he pushes players out the way for fun as well. Tackling ability is incredible. It's just the dribbling ability is what holds this card back the most. I'm going to put Rudiger though in the A+ tier because I'm telling you, defensively, he is insanely good. Matic, I like how they gave Matic like a massive pace increase, but I am also looking at players like Rudiger in the A+, so we're not going to put him in that tier. And then we go down to the A tier and we're looking at players like Xhaka. Xhaka is better in my opinion. Lema, in my opinion, is better as a CDM. I'm going to put Matic in the B+ tier. I just don't feel like he deserves to go on the same level as players like Stones as well in the A tier. Zaire, future stars card, you can use him as a box-to-box. You can use him as an attacking centre mid. He is unreal in this game, and I'm going to put him all the way up there in the S+ tier. He deserves to go up there. The fact that he has 5-star skill moves as well is insane. Moreno, road to the final. He's all right. At this moment, not really anything too crazy. I feel like he is just a solid A tier card. Isco's not great. I'm going to put Isco in the B+ tier. Locatelli Pro Live card. Decent as a CDM, but not as good as someone like Zambo and Guisa as a CDM. So I'm going to put Locatelli in the A tier. Magassa, he's all right as well. Not really anything too crazy either. He's just a decent card, so I'm going to put him also in the A tier as well. Phillips, I was expecting this card to get way more upgrades. I feel like he is a decent CDM, but again, not really anything too amazing. So I'm going to put him also in the A tier. Firmino's nice because of the fact that he's got 5-star skill moves. That's something I do enjoy. The fact that you can actually, you know, go for like Migiri spin cancels. He also doesn't feel bad on the ball as well. I'm going to put Firmino in the A+ tier. Richardson, future star card, solid SBC. The fact that he's 6'5" as well in the midfield, the guy's reach is amazing. I used him on the RTG. I did like him. I'm going to say Richardson deserves to go into the A+ tier. McAllister, I'm kind of hoping this card does get the upgrade because this card will be very good. At this moment, I'm going to say an A+ tier, but definitely a card that has potential to go into the S tier if they give him a big enough upgrade, because sometimes they actually go further than like +2. Sometimes they actually give him like a +3. Some certain stats get +4s as well. So we'll see. Obviously, overall though, is always just going to be a +2. But yeah, McAllister, A+. Zakaria, listen, the passing's amazing and he is nice on defense as well, but I don't think he's as good as those A+ tier cards. So I'm going to put Zakaria in the A tier. Musa's nice. Musa is a very, very solid player. The fact that you can make this card a 90 overall as well with that new Evo is very good. I'm not going to go as far as saying, though, he deserves to go into the S tier. I don't think he's that good. So I'm going to put Musa in the A+. Tomori, same thing as Rudiger. Use him as a CDM. Or if you're going to use him as a centre mid, use him as a holding centre mid. Don't sit there and go forward with this guy because that dribbling ability, you're going to lose the ball a lot. I think Tomori as a CDM, A+ tier. Guendouzi's road to the final card. You can't even pick this card up on the console right now. He's actually extinct, and there's a reason he's extinct because he is so good. I'm going to put Guendouzi in the S tier. He is the real deal. He offers you a lot in that midfield, and it's a card that can even get more upgrades as well. Emre Can. Emre Can's alright. I don't really like how Emre Can dribbles on the ball. I've never been like a massive fan of his dribbling ability, but I'm going to say he does deserve to go into the A tier. The A tier is looking quite full. Valverde's honorable mention card. Love Valverde in this game, but I'm not going to go as far as saying he's an S+ tier card. I feel like the main thing that holds Valverde back a little bit is the dribbling ability. Like, I've used this card so many times, and I do like him a lot, but that dribbling ability can be a little bit annoying every now and again. Valverde is going to go into the S tier. Van der Boomen, a card that doesn't live up to his stats. He is nice. I'm not saying he isn't. He definitely is a nice card. But you look at those stats and you're probably looking at an S tier or even S+ tier card. But you use him in game and you realize he is good, but A+ tier at best for me. Team of the Year Oberdorf. This was like one of the first Team of the Year cards I used this year, and I did like her as a midfielder, but I didn't feel like she was anything too crazy. I feel like defensively she was unbelievable, but when she was going forward, I feel like the dribbling ability wasn't really all that. I also felt like she was a little bit slow sometimes in the midfield. She is a very good card, but I do not believe she is up there with those midfielders. I'm looking at those midfielders and every single card there is better than this Team of the Year Oberdorf. So I'm going to put Oberdorf in the S tier. Let me know if you guys agree with me. Let me know if you think she deserves to go S tier or S+ tier, or maybe even A+ tier. Maybe you've used her and you're really not a big fan and you want to throw her in the A+. Let me know where you would put her in this tier list. Sergio Ramos ice card, we all know why he goes for the price he goes for. We all know the name holds value. Ramos, listen, he's an alright CDM, but he shouldn't go for that price. That price is kind of ridiculous. I like him. I don't find him anything too insane. I'm going to stick him in the A+ tier. And just like that, we have got ourselves our midfielders tier list. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my top 3 centre mids and top 3 CDMs. Let me know also if there is anyone that you guys disagree with in this tier list. If there's someone that should have gone higher or lower in your opinion, let me know who it is in the comment section. And also, give me your top 3 centre mids. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. We might as well start off with the centre mids. Team of the Year Bellingham for me is number 1. Second, Team of the Year Putellas. And in the third slot, the third slot is kind of tough because we have got like Zaire Emery and then we got KDB. But I'm going to go Team of the Year Bonmati as my third centre mid. Top 3 CDMs. Bellingham again. The guy is just broken. The guy is just incredible. Second, Team of the Year Rodri. And in the third slot, third one is a tough one as well. I feel like it's between Zaire Emery and KDB. And I'm going to go KDB. I always feel like KDB as a CDM is so underrated because Kevin De Bruyne in-game, he hasn't got like a lean body type. This guy has got a quite big body type and it allows him to get into a lot of physical battles and he pushes players out the way a lot. So I always think KDB as a DM is so underrated, and it's a card that you're definitely meant to use as a box-to-box centre mid or as an attacking centre mid, but a card that doesn't really get used too much in a CDM position, but a card that is very good there. So yeah, that's my top 3 CDMs and top 3 centre mids. Again, let me know your top 3 centre mids in the comment section. But that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.